Welcome to another ukulele video. I'm Lara, and today I'm sharing with you my fingerstyle arrangement of Hush Little Baby for 4 ukuleles. This is a beautiful arrangement, and you'll see it in a progression, starting with a melody part and then adding on each of the harmony parts until you hear all 4 parts together. After this, you'll see a close-up of me playing each of the 4 parts separately with the tabs on screen. I'll also give you some tips on some of these parts, particularly those that have fingerings that are higher up the neck. In addition to seeing the tabs on screen, you'll also find the tabs for all 4 parts in a PDF link down in the video description. Now let's take a look at this arrangement. If you're enjoying this arrangement, then please give this video a thumbs up, and thank you so much for subscribing. Now we're moving into the tutorial section of this video, where we'll take a look at each part and I'll give you some tips along the way. If you're not yet familiar with how to read tablature, then I'll put a link above to my easy to follow tutorial, where I walk you through it step by step. Parts 1 and 2 are written for low G tuning. Parts 3 and 4 don't use the 4th string, so you can play parts 3 and 4 if you have a high G or a low G on your instrument. As you learn these different parts, you can play them along with friends or with your ukulele group, or you can replay this video and play them along with me. For the first part, keep in mind that this is the melody, so you really want the notes of the melody to ring out. Now let's take a look at the second part. This is a harmony part written for low G tuning. Now let's look at the third part. This is another harmony part that uses only strings 1, 2, and 3. I have a couple tips for you on playing this part. The first is that in the first measure we're starting on the 3rd fret. I'm playing the 3rd fret of the 1st string with my index finger, and the 5th fret of the 2nd and 3rd strings with my middle and ring fingers. The next tip is that in the 3rd measure, we're jumping up to the 7th fret on the 1st string. I'm playing this note with my ring finger, and I'm also playing the 6th fret of the 2nd string with my middle finger. The note after this is an open 3rd string, and then I'm placing my index finger down, lifting up my ring finger on the 1st string to play strings 1 and 2 together. Now I'll play through the entire 3rd part. The 4th part is another harmony part that also uses only strings 1, 2, and 3, so you can play this with high G or low G tuning. The first tip on playing this part is that we're starting on the 8th fret. I'm barring strings 1 and 2 with my index finger, and then I'm playing the 9th fret of the 3rd string with my middle finger. So the first measure sounds like this. Now moving into the 2nd measure, we're forming a G7 shape, but we're starting on the 6th fret. So I have my index finger on the 6th fret of the 2nd string, and my middle and ring fingers on the 7th fret of the 1st and 3rd strings. Here's what the 2nd measure sounds like. Now moving into the 3rd measure, I'm leaving my fingers right where they are, but I'm also placing down my pinky on the 10th fret of the 1st string. You can lift up your ring finger if you want, as it's no longer needed, or you can keep it in place. Here's what the 3rd measure sounds like. And now for the 4th measure, I'm moving back to my original position from the 1st measure, starting on the 8th fret. Now I'll play through the entire 4th part. I hope you've enjoyed this arrangement. Now have fun with your ukulele, and thank you so much for watching.